Right, so I'm literally just on the way back now to the office from visiting a new landlord just now, right? So when I met him, he seemed really upset, really, distressed about what's happened to him. So his tenant hadn't paid him for about 6 to 8 months worth of rent. So that works out around about £9,000, right? Now, the issue here is that I want to highlight is the more and more laws that are getting put against landlords, and they're getting more put into favor of the tenants. Now think about it this way, right? If there's no landlords with no properties, etc., coming into the market, how are people going to be able to rent a property out, right? Now it's the same tenants that are going around and saying that the landlord is very greedy, the landlords are, they want high amount of rents, etc., all that kind of stuff. But when you break it down, in the last couple of months, etc., these comments have gone up more and more, where a lot of landlords are, really greedy, all this kind of stuff. But end of the day, look, think about it. If the landlord's mortgage was originally £700 and he was charging you, let's say £800 or something, right, to cover his costs and maybe make something on top as well, and all of a sudden his mortgage has gone to, let's say, £1,000 or £1,100, then surely he has to charge you £1,200, doesn't he? Otherwise it's going to make nothing out of his own pocket, right? And sometimes, for example, these are interest only mortgages as well, so the landlords are not even making anything out of that. So it's a very unfair comment to say something like, landlords are very greedy with this, and it's not really a well-rounded, well thought out kind of comment to make, etc. But anyway, so in regards to this particular landlord here, it took him almost 4 to 5 months to get rid of this tenant, to evict her, right? During that time, she hasn't paid anything at all as well. She's not returning any of the phone calls, her guarantor's not responding, and all of this, right? And then on top of that, she has the cheek to say, I want to collect my TV and my laptop and all the other kind of stuff. Look, it belongs to her, right? But at the same time, there's just no reflection of it whatsoever, that I'm demanding and I'm forcing my landlord to, and I'm really giving him a hard time. When are you going to give me the laptop back or this TV screen back, all that kind of stuff? But I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Are you not reflecting? You owe him £7,000 to £8,000 worth in rent, and now you're crying over a TV that's worth what, like £100, £200, fraction of what you owe him. And there's like absolutely no remorse, no sort of like recollection, I'll pay you back over a period of time, or I'll do this or I'll do that. And rather than being remorseful or saying sorry, or I will eventually paying you back at some point, etc., you're trying to make more demands on him, that I'm going to go to the council, I'm going to do this to you, I'm going to do that to you, I'm going to make some claim against you, etc. Absolutely no thought process whatsoever. But anyway, so now there's more and more laws coming out against landlords and in favor of tenants instead now, in order to make it more difficult for the landlord to charge the appropriate amount. First of all, it's going to be like an amount that you can actually even charge on the property that's going to be regulated, which is absolutely crazy. And secondly, to make it even more difficult for landlords to get tenants out if they're not paying rent. Honestly, absolutely makes no sense to me whatsoever that you could give your property, something that belongs to you, to someone else on an agreement that, look, this is how much you're going to pay me, and someone's agreed to it, and then the law has not protected this person from being able to collect his money back. It absolutely makes no sense to me whatsoever. So anyway, all of this stuff is going to come up for debate in Parliament. I would highly recommend anyone with a decent mind on his head that wants to invest in property in the future, or they've invested property right now as well, to make sure their voice is heard and make it well known, where you stand, etc., and what is the right thing. Look, you need to be able to set the narrative. Very, very important. Otherwise, everyone's going to get taken for a ride, and it's just going to be a really horrible place to be inside, But yeah, that's all I had to say. Have a think about it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, etc. I'll be back again at some point talking a bit more about it. Let me know what you think.